Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. I'm Stuart.
And I'm Joelle.
And this is 2 Max Shy. We want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video. And as always, check out our social media, which you'll see show up at the bottom of the screen. This is the 4th video in our Disney series that we've taken from our trip that we took back in January.
Day 3, but the 4th video because we've split a few up for the longer days.
Right. And so in this set of videos, you'll see that we went to Disney's Animal Kingdom, which is where we started our trip. But we did a few more things here, including Flight of Passage and stuff like that. Yep. And we'll give you our review of that when we get to the end of the video. But as always, if you like this and want to follow with this series, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun and exciting stuff.
Yes, and check out the link below for our previous Disney videos if you want to get caught up.
Absolutely. So with that, we will turn you over to the video from the trip, and we'll be back at the end to give you a summary and reviews of food and all that stuff. So
yeah.
We'll see you later.
Bye.
Yeah, hold up to your face the pretzel, Dad. Get rid of this. And then hold it over your face.
Over your face.
There we go. You can see through the little holes. I love it. Okay, we're good. Thank you.
All right, can we dig in?
Yep, dig in.
Okay.
And what did I get? A Himalayan freeze or something? Shangri-La berry freeze. That's what it is. Go ahead, have a drink. Is it good?
It's fruity.
That's good. Oh my god. It is so good. It's delicious.
What do we got there, Stuart?
I don't know. It's a croissant.
What kind of croissant?
It smashed me.
Woo!
Pistachio. Pastrami? They're light and flaky. That's pretty good.
Kind of got like a honey glaze on it almost, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty good. Light and flaky. What, funky?
Worth the snack credit.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Not at all sticky.
This was like $7 for a snack from that lab, or $7.50, something like that.
Oh my gosh, they're
in case there's
so
danger in the
cute.
area, they can escape with their tower. But with those baby giraffe, they do kind of have a rough fat birth since they are introduced to the world with a 6-foot drop, and that's because the moms give birth standing up. So when they do hit the ground, that is kind of like their wake-up call. That way they know it's time for them to go move to go join the rest of the family. And actually, I'm going to call these people in just for a second, just so the other drivers know to be extremely cautious around here. Over to the left, there are going to be some greater flamingo, both in the water and on the island. And we're trying to get a better look at that other herd of elephants, as I think they may have just made their way around the corner here.
Oh, there's a baby.
But with these greater flamingo, they get their name greater because they are the larger flamingo, and they're also the lightest shade pink. But off to our left-hand side, there is a baby elephant hanging out with a couple of its adults way out in the distance over there. You can see how young she is just by the size of her tusks, as right now they're just little nubs for the time being. But with the baby elephants, they have a special nerve in their brain. They look at humans the same way we look at puppies. Now within the lion prides here, the females actually do most of the hunting, while the males actually do most of the babysitting. They're going to stay back at the copies and watch over the cubs and teach them the ways. That way when they grow up, they know exactly how things are run. Not flying, they can actually pick up speeds of about 40 miles per hour when they go running. But while they hang out to the left, it looks like the rhinos on the right are currently on babysitting duty as they're watching over a small nest of eggs. It's about 6 eggs total within that little nest down there.
Colobus monkey right there. It's that one little thing right there.
Colobus. And apparently there's a 13-day-old baby up there. The guy's sleeping over there.
He's just taking
Yeah, that'd be Stuart. All right, you want to try it again there, Nikki? There it goes.
That's awesome.
Hi, and welcome to the Avatar program. Soon, you're going to have a chance to undertake an amazing Navi Rite of Passage, riding on the back of a Banshee by being genetically matched and linked to an avatar. Using avatars to fly this way was all figured out by my boss, Dr. Jackie Ogden. She leads her science team, which is part of the Pandora Conservation Initiative, and we're here in the Valley of Moara studying Banshees and their environment. Over a generation ago, this enormous company called the RDA created a lot of damage to the area through their bad mining practices and conflicts with the Na'vi. Just like on Earth, it can take decades for ecosystems to recover. One way to understand what's going on with an ecosystem is to study what are called keystone species. These are animals like tigers, jaguars, seals. The Banshee is one of these important animals. Dr. Ogden is the foremost expert on studying the Ikron and has spent years researching them. Unfortunately, Banshees live high in rookeries and humans can't get anywhere near them without becoming their lunch. But the Na'vi and avatars can. In fact, the Na'vi have been riding on the backs of Banshees since their earliest history. Thanks to science, avatars can ride on Banshees too. That's why you're linking to an avatar. It was Dr. Ogden who restarted the Avatar program. It's because of her that you're able to go through this rite of passage today. Pandora is a breathtaking natural world. I cannot wait for you guys to see it for yourselves. So, let's get ready for our next... Huh? I'll be right back. Okay. To get you flying on a Banshee, we need to find each of you an avatar. Let's prep the genetic sampling. Okay, first we need to find a compatible match of your genetic material with the genetic material of one of the avatar bodies that we already have. Once we do that, you'll be able to link to that avatar and fly. Help us out and move around the almost. Yes, got it.
Oh, I'm matched.
Now, let's find you your avatar matches.
No matches. Oh, no match.
No match.
Yeah, I got a match.
I got a match.
I got no match yet.
Oh, no, Stuart, we have no match. Oh, I got a match.
Oh, there we go.
Alright, you've all been matched with avatars. Looks like they're ready for you in the next room. When the door opens, please go inside, all the way in, and stand over the same number that you're standing over now. And
Everyone looks down to check their number.
And I'll see you in there.
Everybody looks down.
Welcome back, guys. I hope you enjoyed all of that footage, and we want to start by just going over the rides that we went on, especially Flight of Passage. I think we'll start there.
Right, you guys just saw footage of us walking through the queue and then the little pre-video, and oh my gosh, it was awesome.
Yeah,
it was so good.
We had fast passes for that 2 years ago, and I think we canceled it with the hope to rope drop it the next day. And when we did that, the power had gone out and the ride wasn't running.
It was down the whole day, and people were standing in lines that were like 6 to 8 hours long without even knowing if they were going to get on the ride.
Yeah.
But I can totally understand why, because it's just so cool.
I think by far it is the best ride in Disney, hands down.
Yeah, and the details that they have put into it, it's just awesome. You get the smells like you do on Soarin', but it's so much more immersive, and you feel like you're really there.
The technology is
so
neat.
cool.
You get the G-forces like you would on a
Yeah, you
roller
feel like
coaster
you're
ride.
like diving and swooping, and it's when you go near the water, like the water sprays on you. It's really cool.
So if you're gonna go to Disney, you definitely have to try that at least once.
Yeah, and you definitely want to, if you can, get a fast pass for it.
Absolutely. Yeah, but I mean, I think that was our favorite ride the entire week was that.
It's
and
definitely on my number one.
if we had a chance to do it again, I think we would have. But
oh yeah, for
we
sure.
Had other things going on throughout the week.
Right.
But other than that, we rode a couple other things. Joelle and her family rode Dinosaur,
Yes,
and
we
she'll
rode
talk more about that.
Dinosaur, which is kind of like you go back in a safari ride and you go back in time trying to capture a dinosaur and bring it back with you so they can study it. So it's kind of like you're in this big safari jeep ride and it's bumpy and twisty and turny and there's lights and animals, dinosaurs jump out at you, and it was a lot of fun. Stuart gets motion sick, and you think he probably would have gotten motion sick on that because there's a lot of like jerky and then like jerky turns kind of. But the queue was really cool, and you'll see some photos when we get to the photo slideshow towards the end. It kind of looks like you're going through a museum where you see a bunch of like dinosaur bones and stuff. So that was really neat. And then we want to talk a little bit about the safari ride. You guys saw clips from the safari ride.
I think in total we've ridden the safari at least 4 times.
Yeah.
Between the first trip that we took 2 years ago and this one, and the last safari ride we had here was the best.
Which is the one you saw video from.
Was the best safari ride that we've seen as far as just seeing animals.
Yeah, I think we literally saw every possible animal that there was, and a lot of them were really close, and there were babies, and it was so cute.
Yeah, so it was that's definitely worth your time to get a fast pass for that, or to ride that at least once and check it out.
So much fun.
It is hit or miss though with regards to what you're going to see.
Yeah, because the animals are kind of free to roam as they wish. You see some, and sometimes you don't. Sometimes they're closer. Sometimes they're farther away. It really all depends.
Right, but definitely worth checking out.
Yeah.
And I think that's it as far as rides that we did for that day. This trip wasn't ride heavy.
No, it was much more food heavy.
Yeah.
Which you'll see as we keep going along.
That type of stuff going through.
Yeah.
But, the rides we did go on were enjoyable. And yeah, I mean, that kind of takes us up then to lunch, right?
Yes, for lunch we went to Sanaa, which is an African-style restaurant, and it is at the Animal Kingdom Lodge, which is a resort. So you have to get on a bus from the Animal Kingdom Park and go to the resort.
Right.
And it's kind of nice to talk to my family and got their thoughts on the resort, Animal Kingdom Lodge. That it was relaxing. They had a whole bunch of balconies that you could go out in with rocking chairs, and you're actually on the savannah and you see the animals. So the animals are they're not super duper close to you, but they're right outside your balconies. So you can watch giraffes and ostriches and all kinds of zebras, animals right outside. So that was really nice, and we kind of spent some extra time there just hanging out. By this time in the trip, we were starting to get a little tired, and so we took longer breaks.
Yeah. And now you can at Sanaa get a window seat so that you can see the animals during your lunchtime as well. We didn't do
think because we were a bigger party, so they had to put us at one of the booth round tables, so those were farther back in the interior of the restaurant. If you're a smaller party, 4, you probably could ask and sit by the window or get a window seat.
Right. So, I mean, it's just a neat experience. This is the second time we've been to that restaurant.
Yes.
We really enjoyed it the last time, and I don't think we can rave enough about the bread service. The fact that you get naan bread with all kinds of different...
You get 3 or 4 different kinds of naan breads. I can't remember how many.
Yeah, there's a garlic naan, there's a spicy naan,
there's the plain one.
And wheat or something
and then you get 9 different kind of dips or sauces to put on, and they range from creamy and not spicy all the way up to spicy. There's a hummus, there's a pickled garlic one, there's a creamy cucumber dill sour cream kind of thing. I'm pretty sure we got a picture of the menu listing all the stuff, so if it is, we'll stick it in here for you.
Yeah. But definitely worth checking out that restaurant. The food itself was, this is more for your adventurous palates.
Yes. They don't have basics roasted chicken and a hamburger kind of thing on this menu. It's definitely much more adventurous curry and different kinds of meats and different kinds of cheeses and different kinds of side dishes, lentils and chickpeas and that kind of thing.
So if you like to stick to safe eating, you might want to skip this restaurant.
Or just go for appetizers and get the bread service.
Right.
Because it's really fun.
But even a lot of the dips that you have for that, you got to be adventurous to some degree to try them.
Yeah, but I think there's enough that everybody would like something.
Right, yeah. Because some were sweet and some were just, as Joel said, creamy and spicy and all of that. So it kind of covers all the palates with that. Yeah, so do you have anything more with your family as far as their thoughts on it?
Luke said that the bread service was a must-do. And Mom seemed to think that the restaurant as a whole was an acquired taste. So, yeah, definitely kind of points we already covered.
And as far as the meal goes, we'll put footage in. It's kind of hard to lay it out like we usually do as far as what the meal looks like.
What most people got was, and you'll see video footage while I'm talking, was kind of like a choose your own meal where they had a whole bunch of options and you could choose 3 different things, and then it also came with a side of rice.
Right.
So we have the menu pulled up, and we'll link the menu below so you guys can check it out. Although we have noticed that some things have changed since we've been there on the menu, and we'll talk about that when we get to dessert.
So like most of us got what they call the Pachi inspired, and with that you choose one from what they call the Journey, which is basically your meat or your protein.
So they have a bunch of different braised meats that are in sauces or curries, or I got cheese. We had checking out the menu here. A seafood curry. And then you can choose different sides. Like I said, they had like a chickpea side. Where are we at here?
Lentils and paneer tikka, aloo masala.
Cilantro, coconut milk, vegetables. So a bunch of different sides. And you can kind of pick, and they give you like little bowls, you'll see, of the different kinds along with a side of rice. So a whole bunch of us got that.
Yeah.
And then we all got to kind of try a little bit of everything, which was nice. But I don't think anybody was wowed by that meal. It was fun to try new things, but none of us went out of there being like, oh my gosh, this is the best ever.
And just looking at the menu, they do have some stuff. They do have a burger. They do have fish. They have chicken and shrimp. So there is stuff that is a little safer, but keep in mind the seasoning is what's going to set it apart.
Yeah.
Like just looking at the tandoori chicken, that's on naan bread. It's got roasted chicken, whatever rocket is, pickled onion, tomato, and sambal mayonnaise, which, those are going to be different flavors. But
yep. And then Dad got the coffee barbecue sandwich, Kenyan coffee, which he said was good, but I don't think he thought it was that different from regular pulled pork.
Right.
So pretty good. And then Nikki got the fish, which is just the seasonal fish. I don't remember what kind of fish she had. I think she liked it, but it wasn't she didn't rave as much about it as the mahi-mahi from Coral Reef.
Coral Reef, yeah. She said I think she had claimed that was the best fish she had all week.
Yep. And then we got dessert. So you'll see us panning around dessert here while we talk about it. I got the caramel nadizi, which is like a banana cake, and it had a mousse on top with caramels. Yes, and ginger raspberries, which I thought it was fine, but it was kind of dry, if I remember correctly. And I was really sad because 2 years ago we went to Sanaa. The dessert I had there, which I don't completely remember what it was, but I remember it being like fantastic, and this didn't live up to my expectations. And then Luke got the Spice Trade candy bar, which is kind of like
that the last time that we went. And I think I've said it every video. I'm not a huge dessert fan, and for me, I took this one just because it came with the meal plan.
Right.
Like I get a dessert with it, and I don't know. If I remember right, it's hard to bite into for one thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know. I just didn't think flavor-wise it was wow factor.
Right.
So.
And then this time you got a poached pear kind of thing.
And it's not on the
current menu.
The current menu. It was the shakalaka poached pear or something like that. And you'll see that in the video, which I don't remember anything about it, to be honest, at this point. So it's not really anything that was like amazing or life-changing as far as desserts go. But if I remember right, it was okay. Like it was fine.
Yep. And then Mom and Dad, Mom got something that somebody else got. And Dad had the African triple mousse, which is a chocolate, dark chocolate, regular chocolate, white chocolate with strawberries mousse. So you have the different layers of the different mousses. And once again, not memorable. And then Nikki got the rice pudding, which I think she actually really enjoyed, if I remember correctly. But you definitely need to be a fan of rice pudding, which I'm not so much.
Right.
And then that was our meal at Sanaa, which I think we enjoyed going to Animal Kingdom Lodge and having that experience, but I think we would pick something different the next time we went.
Yeah, it's neat to wander around there.
Yeah.
But that's, I think, going to do it as far as this portion of this day.
Right.
We did go back to Epcot that night, and that'll be part 2 of this.
Yeah, we went
review.
for Extra Magic Hours, so we'll talk about what we thought about Extra Magic Hours and show you a little bit of what we did at Epcot in the evening.
Yeah, but as always, thanks so much for watching, guys. And just remember, after this, there will be some pictures rolling through, and we have the Tree of Life Awakening show at the end of this. So
it's really cool. Stick around.
Make sure that you stick around for that. So thanks for watching, guys. And until next time, take care, and we'll see you later.
Bye.